Yo, yo, yo. Tap a one if you can hear me. Diddy's mom in trouble. Epstein List revealed today. And we got some Luigi Mangione news today. Finally got an update. We about to get into all of this right now on the Flow Show No Filter podcast live. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show No Filter are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good. What's up? What's up? Another thirsty Thursday. Reminding everybody to drink their water here on this Thursday. You know, we do this every Thursday. We remind everybody, drink your water. Welcome to another Flow Show No Filter. Great episode today. A lot of new stuff in the news. A lot of updates that I'm sure y'all gonna want to hear about. We're gonna get into it. Like I said, Diddy mama in trouble for stealing money allegedly from a co-founder of Bad Boy Records. So the Mohawk mama got some questions she got to answer. Also, they saying the Epstein List is supposed to be revealed today. We're going to get into that. And also, some Luigi Mangione updates from his defense attorney, and he describes the day Luigi was picked up at that McDonald's, how his rights were he was not given his rights, and there's a lot of things that went wrong in the way they held Luigi at that Mickey D's. So we're gonna talk about that and some more. Shout out to some subscribers. And I got a major announcement. Please, morning chat, don't let me forget to remind everybody about today. Our first official panel discussion tonight at 6 p.m. It's going to be in Flo's house. And we calling it breakfast for dinner because, you know, we come normally every day early in the morning. We all early risers. The Flow Show is a breakfast show. So we're going to have breakfast for dinner today, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anybody is welcome on my YouTube channel, which is Flow Daddy Flow. Same name on everything. And it's a chance for all the listeners and all the supporters of the Flow movement, the Flow Show No Filter, my TikTok people, my Apple, my Spotify, my YouTube, my Instagram, my Facebook, my whole family. We get together on one. And today, we're going to be talking about the blackout tomorrow and what companies that should be supported, which companies shouldn't be supported, and what the blackout means, and support in DEI. So definitely join us if you can. I'm excited. The crew is excited. This is going to be a great thing, and it's something I want to do. This is just going to be the first one, but it's something I want to continue to do because I have a certain structure for my shows and certain content that I want to talk about to stay consistent with what I've been doing from day one. But there are a lot of stories, a lot of issues that a lot of my people and my supporters, I noticed that they want to talk about, and they always want more. And I don't blame them because there's so much to talk about and everything. This is therapeutic for all of us. So the 6 p.m. show, Flo's House, is going to be more about you guys, the listeners, and everybody's welcome to have a voice and talk and speak on what they want to speak on. It's going to be a panel of anywhere from 5 to 10 people a night, and any of y'all are welcome to join on YouTube Live, Flo's House, 6 p.m. on my YouTube channel, Flow Daddy Flow. So let's get into today's episode. We got a lot to talk about. Diddy's mama, Epstein List, and our boy Luigi. And when I read when I think about Diddy and, you know, his mom, I don't make any excuses for anybody. I don't make excuses for myself. So, but I really think that starts at home, what Diddy is going through. And a lot of people have said that Janice, I call her AKA the Mohawk Diddy mama, she, she was the originator of the freak off parties, allegedly. From the stories that are told from Diddy's friends and all of that, we definitely want to pay attention, because he appeared to be spoiled. He was a spoiled kid, and all of that adds up. When you spoiled, no accountability, your mama having freak off parties, it's a recipe for disaster, in my humble opinion. And yesterday on the lunch show, YouTube Live, if you're a subscriber, you have access to it in the subscription-only content. Also on YouTube Live. Yesterday we talked about it, and my boy Greg, aka G Money, who assists me on this show and is actually a part of the lunchtime show, and he was telling a story about when he was a little kid, elementary school, little kid. And everybody, when you're a kid, you're trying to figure out, you want attention, you're trying to figure out, how to get it the correct way. You don't know, you're just a kid. And he said one time, he talked about the time when he went on a playground and he pulled his britches down. And that's what my granny used to call it, because she always tell me to pull my britches up. And so Greg pulled his britches down to show everybody in all the kids, little Greg. Needless to say, he got in trouble by the school. But this is the part of the story I want you to pay attention to, and it's going to tie into this Diddy mess. Greg said his mom not only disciplined the hell out of him. I don't have to, when I say that, everybody know what I mean. When your child takes it over that level and it's time to get some discipline, whatever you do, when it's level 10, she disciplined him in that way. But not only that, she walked him back in that school and didn't care if it was crying or what. And she made him stand in front of that class and apologize to the teacher and apologize to the whole classroom. He crying, he embarrassed, but she made him do it. And I made a joke, but in all seriousness, I said, your mama must have said, I ain't raising no Diddy in this house. And everybody was laughing, but it's true. But in all seriousness, I asked Greg, did he ever do anything like that again? He said, man, I would never, ever, ever, never, never, ever, never, ever. And in contrast, I don't believe Diddy mama, aka Mohawk Diddy, I don't believe she did those type of things. And those are the type of things that can make or break a kid. You got to get in there and handle it, and you got to hold them accountable. And it ain't just about at home. He did it in front of everybody. She took it up there and she made him apologize. And that's how you drive home discipline, how you discipline your kid and drive on the point that you're not going to be out here just running around doing wild stuff. So I say all that to Janice Combs, Diddy's mom, apparently didn't do that to Diddy. And the more and more information that comes out, it appears that she is I don't want to say ringleader, but a lot of this is learned from her, if we are to believe these recent lawsuits. And so we're going to get into it. It's two articles on it. I like Daily Mail's article, so we're going to do them. But Rolling Stone also covered this, if you have Rolling Stone. So Daily Mail, exclusive. It says, now Diddy's mom is being sued for seizing Bad Boy label from rapper's right-hand man, leaving him homeless and broken. Now, just from that headline alone, you could kind of understand what's going on or about to go on in this situation. This was apparently, before I get into the article, let me give you some context. This was apparently uh, Diddy's right-hand man who put up money in the beginning, and they used scare tactics and intimidation to get him the heck up out of the way. And Diddy's mama was allegedly pulling the strings. See, my mama wouldn't do that. My mom not joining me in on anything like that. She wouldn't pull those strings. My mom just not gonna answer the phone if I'm asking her to do stuff like that. So to see that the mom is engaged, and even even to be brought up in the middle of this, I know those type, and it strikes me as a mom who entitled their child and didn't know or didn't see the value in holding their child accountable, but instead making excuses, and not only that, but showing them the wrong way of how to do things. Just if we go back to the freak off parties that so many of Diddy's friends said that his mom was known for when Diddy was a kid. So it just don't seem like the best example. Shout out to the mothers and the women in my family, because I didn't see any of this type of stuff. So let's continue. Let's get into this article. So it says Sean Diddy Combs used a baseball bat to coerce his former right-hand man and co-founder of his record label into signing over his shares of the company in an alleged scheme to give his mother total ownership, according to this shocking new lawsuit. Now, if you remember, before we continue, if you remember, or if you didn't remember, I'm gonna let you know about it. If you didn't know this information, everybody knows Mace, an artist who was on Bad Boy. He has always said that Diddy's mom is in control of everything. Like Diddy uses his mom to hide money or to do shady dealings, and then he can put it on his mom or just put it on the company, when in fact it's actually Diddy. And so Mace has always spoke on that. So we've had years of hearing about Diddy's mom being in the mix. So this isn't new. And as a matter of fact, I actually reported this same situation a few months ago, but it was so much going on, I believe it got overshadowed. So here it has resurfaced, and I believe there wasn't a lawsuit going on at the time. It was just the guy was telling the story. Now there's a lawsuit, and it's got legs. So let's continue. Bad Boy Entertainment co-founder and ex-president Kirk Burroughs claims he was forced to give up his 25% stake in the label to Diddy during a violent confrontation in 1996. So let's take you back to 1996. This is the very, very beginning of Bad Boy. This is when Biggie was a fresh face, but it was no doubting that Bad Boy was the new movement. So apparently Kirk Burroughs was around at this time, the very beginning. And it seems like Diddy gave him 25% of the company because he put up a certain amount of money. And that's just me guessing from the information given in this article. Now let me continue. The music mogul allegedly transferred the shares to his mother, Janice, who had co-founded BBE with Burroughs 4 years earlier. So he's saying he was tricked out of his shares. And once he was tricked out of his shares, he gave those shares to Diddy's mom. And it goes on to say, new legal filings obtained by DailyMail.com, the ousted music executive, who had also served as the company's chief operating officer and general manager, says he's homeless. and says that he has had to endure prolonged periods of living in shelters across New York City due to the immense financial hardship as a result. Burroughs is now suing Smalls, the label's majority stakeholder, and who he alleges engaged in decades-long schemes of intimidation, violence, fraudulent misrepresentation, and financial concealment. Now, according to the lawsuit, the altercation took place in May of 1996 when Diddy wielded a baseball bat and entered Burroughs' New York City office with BBE attorney Kenneth Meizalis. So, Diddy's intimidating, taking his, basically stealing his portion of the business from him. Ran up in his office. It says here, Bad Boys Records co-founder and ex-president Kirk Burroughs claims Sean Diddy Combs used physical violence to get him to give up his stake. Is this not a pattern? Stop me if you heard this story before. Diddy intimidating someone to get what he wants. And like I said, I don't care who mad about it, but there's a pattern. And I don't like it. I'm looking at the court document right now. And it says here, complaint, plaintiff, Kirk Burroughs of Blackburn LLC has a complaint against defendants Janice Smalls, aka Janice Combs. John Doe alleges this information below. This case arises from an elaborate and calculated scheme executed by defendant Janice Smalls in collusion with Sean Combs, Kenneth Meizalis, and others to illegally seize plaintiff Kirk Burroughs' 25% owner interest in Bad Boy Entertainment Holdings, thereby depriving him access of his equitable financial interests and benefits derived from both plaintiff and defendant's operation of BBE. Plaintiff and integral co-founder and executive of BBE contributed significant financial investments to BBE. Through his efforts, plaintiff helped the company evolve from an amateur startup to a global music powerhouse. Rather than honoring their contractual obligations, defendants exploited plaintiffs' trust by misrepresenting key business dealings, minimizing and erasing his pivotal role in BBE's global development. Basically, they spelling out that there was illegal, a plot. It was intimidated. It was stolen from him. He probably didn't have any backup. And it almost reminds me of when they say Suge Knight hung Vanilla Ice out off the balcony and made him sign over his rights. Now, Burroughs filed this lawsuit on Wednesday against Janice Smalls. And this is off subject, but I never knew her last name was Smalls. And then we have Biggie Smalls, Janice Smalls. I don't know if that has any connection, but I was today years old when I learned that Janice Combs is really Janice Smalls. So let's continue. By words and actions, Sean Combs and Kenneth frightened and intimidated and assaulted, physical violence on Burroughs Plaintiff was fearing for his life, with tears streaming down his face, clearly unable to resist under the circumstances, and involuntarily signed said documents. When Burroughs contacted Smalls after the incident, seeking guidance, she pretended she was unaware of what Combs and Mazalis had allegedly done, according to these documents. Though Smalls wasn't physically present at the time of the altercation, Burroughs claims Diddy and that lawyer were acting under her direction to orchestrate the fraudulent involuntary transfer. The lawsuit goes on to claim that the defendants not only defrauded Burroughs of his rightful stake in BBE, but also systematically sabotaged his entire career. Now, what all did they do? What all did Burroughs go through as a result of this gangster tactics in business? Well, let's take a look further. They blacklisted him from the music industry. They blocked business opportunities. They destroyed his professional reputation. All done to ensure he would remain financially destitute and unable to reclaim what was rightfully his. Burroughs says he is owed millions and lost profits. Claims he invested $100,000 of his own money when Bad Boy Entertainment first launched. Let me tell you why I believe this. I believe this because Diddy wouldn't give anybody any stake in his stuff unless they probably came with $100,000 at that time. Because put it like this, if he didn't give him $100,000 or a substantial amount of money, what the heck would Diddy give anybody 25% of his company for, knowing how greedy and how much about himself Diddy is? So if you read the tea leaves, I can't say that he exactly gave $100,000. I don't know. He could be rounding it up. But what I can say is he definitely gave a substantial amount of money, because a person like Diddy ain't giving up 25% to somebody, to another man, unless they giving up some money. So I definitely believe that he gave up $100,000 of his own money. Because other than that, what the heck would Diddy give him any percentage in Bad Boy for? Diddy probably knew when he got that money from him that once stuff got rolling, all I got to do is intimidate this guy and steal it from him. I know how these people operate. I could see it now. I could see Diddy saying, or getting $100,000 or $50,000 or $75,000 or whatever to start Bad Boy, and knowing that he probably said, this guy ain't got no backup, this guy ain't got nobody behind him. So once I'm done with him, I just intimidate him, take his shares, share it over to my mom, get him out the way. Now I'm off and gone. And exactly what he did, allegedly. This explosive lawsuit adds to the mounting lawsuits, to the 22 that's already in New York that Diddy is trying to get dropped, saying that Tony Busby didn't file correctly. It's a technicality. But as of right now, all lawsuits still stand. The only lawsuit dropped recently was the one with Jay-Z and Diddy. We all know about that one. It says that Burroughs developed a close personal and business relationship with Combs' family after the two met in the early 1990s. They even have an old article that's titled Burroughs tapped as Bad Boy Prez to expand label staff. What does that show? That shows he was knee deep in the Bad Boy situation from the start. I'm not going to read that whole article, but one little excerpt. The promotion of Bad Boy Entertainment, GM Kirk Burroughs, the president, sets the stage for the New York label to expand its staff. Kirk is the one responsible for Bad Boy's success and makes it the professional young black-run company that it has become, says Bad Boy founder and CEO Puffy Combs. He goes on to say his promotion broadens the scope of this power at the label, giving him a greater role in day-to-day responsibilities. Come on, y'all. Now, this is an old article that they bringing up. This is from back when everything was good. This is in the mid-90s. Now, this is coming out of Diddy's own mouth. I'm going to read this part again. Kirk is the one responsible for Bad Boy's success. This is out the horse's mouth. So if he was responsible for Bad Boy's success, and this is the very beginning, how is he homeless? How did he lose his shares? How did you get his shares? See, we all know Diddy is the king of double talking. He will say whatever needs to be said for him to gain whatever he's looking to gain. Makes me think about when the Cassie video came out. Before that Cassie video came out, Diddy and his lawyer said the entire lawsuit was a shakedown. Said everything was false. Said none of it was true. Said the entire lawsuit that Cassie filed was a load of crap. And then what happened? The video came out. And the video showed one of the incidents that she described in the lawsuit that Diddy and his legal counsel said was a load of crap. It was just a shakedown. Wasn't none of it true. Made Cassie look like she was full of it. But then what happened? The video come out. We see Diddy putting hands, feet, and paws and throwing vases at her. Cassie about big as my pinky. And Diddy was just standing over her, intimidating her, putting his hand, throwing her, kicking her. But you said the lawsuit was a load of crap, Diddy. That was just what we saw with our own eyes was in the lawsuit. So we see this is true. And what did Diddy do? He comes making a video talking about how he apologized and how those was the dark times and I messed up and this and that. But bro, you just said that everything was false in the lawsuit. But I guess now that we seeing it for ourselves, now you want to come quote unquote clean and say whatever you want to say to try to brush this to the side. And this reminds me here because they literally have an old article where Bad Boy started and you out your mouth saying Kirk is responsible for Bad Boy's success. Next thing you know, you threaten to put a baseball bat upside his head and stealing his shares and giving it to your mama. And that's why I believe, of course, Diddy is to blame. He's a man. He's supposed to be held accountable for everything that he has done. But when you got a mama taking shares, knowing the situation and not stepping up and not, Diddy didn't have no respect for his mama or anybody else. Because had I intimidated somebody with a baseball bat, or had I did any of that to steal something away from somebody, my mama wouldn't even want it. My mama say, you can keep them 25 shares. It's too much drama involved. But Mohawk Diddy's mom went right along with it, according to this paperwork. And that's the problem. So shout out to those, real quick, shout out to those moms and dads who love their child, who will do everything for their child. But when that child step out of bounds, they step up and they nip it in the bud, like my boy Kobe-1 Shinobi said. Because it makes a difference. As we read this, and as you read all of these stories about Mama Mohawk, she went along with too much. And I'm just keeping it real. And I'm also looking at this and appreciating the hell out of all the women in my family that raised us. My mama, excuse me. I want to say mamas with an S. My mama been done whoop me. My mama, my aunties, my grandmas, my grannies, my great grandmas. Heck, even friends of my mamas, y'all all held it down, because the more I look at this Diddy situation and the more I see what's being alleged of his mother, even back to the freak off parties and all of that, it makes me thankful that I wasn't raised around that. You know, when we had grown up parties, it wasn't even about no freak off going on. We just, as kids, wasn't even allowed to be around the same area as the adults, just because they were drinking. Let alone walking around and seeing people half naked and all that. We didn't go through that. Our parents and my family didn't play that. The kids were with the kids and the adults were with the adults. And when I was a kid, I hated that, because you kind of wanted to be in the adults' business and you didn't understand why they get to be in the living room and then this and that and laughing and joking and drinking and having fun, and you got to stay in the room and play video games or Monopoly and stuff like that. But then when you get older and you see stories like this, you're thankful for that. So let's get back to the article. But recognizing the plaintiff's strategic mind in industry, Sean Combs entrusted him with key operational and managerial responsibilities, leading the plaintiff to co-found BBE, otherwise known as Bad Boy Entertainment, just in case anybody getting confused with this BBE talk. The suit also notes that Burroughs is the godfather of Diddy's first child, Justin Combs, who is now 31. So Burroughs he has a lot of evidence. True, a lot of it is circumstantial from what I'm reading. I don't know about paperwork and all of that, but from what I'm reading, he has a lot of things that point to he was there in the beginning and he was a big factor. I mean, he's the godfather of Diddy's first child. We have an old article that was out in the 90s saying that Diddy, out of his own mouth, saying that Mr. Burroughs is the reason for Bad Boy's success. And then they go back to talk about in 1992 when Combs was fired by Uptown Records. Founder Andre Harrell Burrow claims to have helped him rise out of a deep depression during which he was allegedly plagued by suicidal thoughts. Now, let me give you some context. I remember this. This was well documented. When Diddy was fired by Andre Harrell from Uptown Records, Diddy was lost. Nobody wanted to fool with him. He had got a bad name, and so they fired him. And it was a dark time for him. I remember reading about this. I remember seeing movies about this, and it took a miracle for Diddy to come back, and that miracle came. But Burroughs claims he became a trusted advisor for Janice Smalls. He was Janice Smalls, managing her personal and professional affairs, and claims she confided in him about her son and sought out his protection when Combs allegedly abused her. Did I not say Diddy had no respect for his mama or anybody else? Now, if we are to believe Burroughs, who is the godfather of Diddy's first child, who is out of Diddy's own mouth, he is responsible for the success of Bad Boy Records. Now he's saying Diddy was abusing his own mama, and the mama would call him for help. Strong accusations. He says he allegedly witnessed Combs' volatile and abusive behavior, including an incident where he physically assaulted his own mother. He claims he observed Combs aggressively overpowering his mom and calling her derogatory slurs. Burroughs went on to tell Daily Mail that following the alleged assault, she then, in my eyes, was a mother doing her best, and she wanted to calm him down. But see, the monster had already been made. The Diddy monster was already the Diddy monster. He added, I was caught off guard by the mother title and the sweet mother persona that she gave, and the strength of her trying to help a son who's in a very difficult situation. And at the time, I was 1,000% into helping Sean and making sure that he would get over this. But I have a different view. I have a different view now. Quoting Mr. Burrow. Burroughs also managed the legendary R&B singer Mary J. Blige. Burrow in the middle of this, ain't he? Like, Burrow ain't just some Johnny come lately or just somebody looking for a buck that had nothing to do with anything. He was in the middle of all this bad boy stuff, apparently, especially if he was managing Mary J. Blige. We all know Mary J. Blige and Diddy made crazy hits back in the day, and Mary J. Blige, although she's been super quiet lately, was a big supporter of Diddy, and Diddy did a lot for Mary's career. He produced or helped produce her first classic album. I believe it was called What's the 411. I'm not sure if that was the name of the album. I know that was on the album. But let's go on. So the representatives for Smalls and Combs did not respond. But Burroughs, who also managed legendary singer Mary J. Blige while working at Bad Boy Entertainment, claimed Combs obstructed his management contract with the singer. He concealed corporate financial records, knowingly filing false documentation, misrepresenting ownership structures, fraudulently took 25%, blacklisted, a complete obstruction of professional earnings. It says here in May 1996, Sean Combs wielded the baseball bat. And they went their separate ways from that day on. This is crazy, y'all. This is insane. Combs also engaged in fraudulent financial schemes, inflating Mary J. Blige's expense accounts by charging unauthorized expenses, fabricating service fees, and luxury purchases under false pretense. This is all in the filing. He also mentions Diddy's apparent fixation with the legendary rapper Tupac Shakur, claiming Combs was obsessed with Tupac. He would attempt to mimic Tupac's style. He wanted to be Tupac. According to Burroughs, he claims Combs would charge items of brands Shakur wore, such as Versace, silk shirts, and expensive accessories to Blige's, Mary J. Blige's artist account and mislabel the charges. Get this dude out of here, y'all. And all this makes sense. Because if you're a true fan of hip hop, some of y'all might remember, some of y'all might not. But one thing about it, I'm going to let you know anyway, so you will know. Pac was rocking those silk Versace shirts before anybody was rocking them in the rap world. And then we do notice that after Pac, if you go back and look on Google or just look back in the day, Diddy did start rocking those same Versace silk shirts. He did way back in the day try to rap like Tupac. He had a totally different style. The laid back, smooth, low voice Mace style that Diddy, you know him for. Back when Burroughs is talking about, he did have an aggressive Tupac delivery. It sounded like crap, but he was trying. And if you don't believe me, go back and listen to Super Cat song with Biggie and Puff on there. You're going to hear Puff screaming and rapping like he trying to be like Tupac. It don't even sound right. I love Biggie part. I love Super Cat. I love that song. Y'all know the one, Dale, 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 my baby. Super Cat. But Puffy, if you hear him on there, you wouldn't even recognize how he sound. He was trying to sound like Tupac. Trying to add some bass in his voice. Sound like his whole throat was about to come out. Go listen to that song. You ain't never heard Diddy sound like this before. So go back. I'm going to give y'all some homework real quick. Go listen to that Super Cat song with Puff Daddy and Biggie Smalls. And you're going to crack up when you hear how Puff was sounding on there. And looking. Go to the video. Now, in addition to the designer clothing, Burrow claims Combs would fraudulently charge the cost of the private jets, gifts, and luxury vacations to other artists' accounts at the label. So Burroughs is saying Diddy was stealing all the artists' money and booking travel and jets and this and that on their budget. This is a big reason why a lot of these artists from back then don't have a dime today. Because Diddy and execs like Diddy were charging their accounts millions and hundreds and thousands of dollars without them knowing. Give you an example. If you're an artist, you might have a $500,000 budget. Most artists, you're not paying attention to every $500,000 budget. You just getting your money and making your music. And it may say $100,000 went into travel, when in fact you might have only spent $25,000 in travel, but you don't know. You just traveling. And when you're traveling and going from city to city and hotel to hotel, you don't really know the difference between 25,000 and 100,000 because there's so much going on. But over time, over different albums, those 100,000s, those 50,000s, those 75,000s that get pulled from you that you don't know about, then you get to the end and you say, wow, why am I broke? Why have I sold all these albums, but I still owe the record label? Because clowns like Diddy just steal your budget. You don't even know it. I'm sure Mary J. Blige didn't know any of this was going on, because how can you? Now, after taking over Blige's management, Burroughs claimed he helped the singer stave off bankruptcy and climb out of financial ruin. Mary J. Blige was and damn near still is the biggest R&B soul singer, whatever, that we had in this generation. And you got some favorites, but she definitely on the Mount Rushmore. Why is she, back then when she was the biggest, hottest thing ever, why is she needing to be saved from bankruptcy and climb out of financial ruin? I'm gonna let y'all answer that question. One of Blige's biggest hits, Family Affair, was a track Burroughs negotiated and procured from West Coast hip-hop mogul Dr. Dre. We all know Dre. Burroughs says that when he first started out at the company, he worked for free, but his salary rose from $30,000 in 93 to $60,000 in 94 to $125,000 in 97. He goes on to say he was also contracted to receive 15% of the overall profits while at the label. He didn't get that. He claims he declined job offers from other record labels based on promises of financial compensation from Combs and Smalls, and he alleges none of those promises were kept. At Diana Ross's birthday celebration, 2019, he says Combs and Mama Mohawk Janice Smalls Combs told him they plan to make things right. And we talking about financially. He said they never did. He says in a suit that despite being a driving force behind Bad Boy Entertainment, he was frequently undermined and manipulated by Diddy and his mother, who continued to rip the financial benefits of plaintiffs' hard-earned contributions while plaintiff languished in destitution. Dang, Diddy. Diddy a monster, bro. I'm going to just keep it all the way 100. The former music executive says he has proof of his allegations in the form of more than 1,000 pages of daily journals from his time working with Combs. He says Combs' mother has repeatedly denied having knowledge of his stolen shares and unpaid earnings, and even reached out to him in 2021 asking for his help for a documentary about the history of Bad Boy. He says he agreed to provide records, photos, and other materials to return the suit. Janice agreed to reimburse him for his 25% ownership stake and 15% earnings, but she allegedly refused to pay him after he provided materials for the documentary, leaving him feeling further exploited and betrayed. Definitely betrayed, but let me tell you what happened here. They needed information for a documentary, and you know, when you're trying to make a documentary, you're trying to make it the best you can. And what appears to have happened is they really needed information or words or anything from him to make this documentary. She promised him this, that, and the third. He delivered, and once again, they didn't honor their side of the bargain. And see, that's where we're different too. I have stuff from back in my time in the music game. And there's certain people that have certain information that may help me on the documentary. But if I didn't fool with you then, I'm not fooling with you now. See, that's the difference of how like a Diddy and his mama operate. They so greedy, they come back to their enemies and sell them a dream just for that information. And see, if I didn't fool with you, I don't care what information you got. I'm going to do this documentary without it because I'm not about to use you and manipulate just to get some information for my documentary. You can have it. I got plenty to talk about outside of that. And so when I look at this, I can read between the lines and I know how people operate. And that sounds exactly how his mom and how Diddy would operate. Hey, tell him we're going to pay him back. We need that information so this documentary can be hot. Next thing you know, they get the information and Burroughs is back on the street. Burroughs' attorney, Blackburn, told Daily Mail his client is not asking for anything more than what he rightfully earned. He says, we are confident that the legal process will hold those responsible accountable and ensure that justice prevails. And speaking in the Daily Mail, Burroughs also issued a message to Combs' mother. Janice Smalls, we started this out as a family unit, and I believed in Sean's talent. I had talent too, and I delivered. I looked out for your family, and I let them, as well as yourself, destroy mine. See you in court. Burroughs ready for the smoke, y'all. And if he is owed money, go after it, bro. Because I wouldn't even sign nothing over back then with no baseball bat. You just had to hit me and just hope I don't get that bat away from you. You better swing right. But that's me. But as far as Burrow, if you owe money, and from these articles, even the old articles where Puffy said himself that you deserve some money, please go after yours. So we'll keep up with that, y'all. I'm very interested to see the outcome of that, because if he has the receipts he says he has, and he wins that could open a can of worms where Diddy has already got enough cans of worms open. The Flow Show No Filter. I might have to extend it a little bit today because time is flying. And I ain't even got to Luigi Mangione. I haven't even got to talk about the Epstein list. But we're going to get into it. I'm going to stay here a little bit longer for the Apple and Spotify people today because I can't skip none of these today. I got to get through these. So before we get to the Luigi and the Epstein information list, first, I can't go a second further without shouting out the people that's making this possible. And don't get it twisted. The subscribers of this podcast are what's making this possible. Without them, I don't know if we'd be here. Because I ain't listening to no corporation. They can keep their money because they're gonna try to tell me what I can talk about. And they don't want to hear what I want to talk about. So I always got to shout out to subscribers. And like I said, it's bigger than subscriber. This is preserving the truth. Everybody want the edgy content. Everybody want to know the truth. But these days we have to pay. We have to support the truth. Because it's a war on the truth. They are trying to shove dollars down pockets of podcasters like me and YouTubers, because they now know we have a following. We have a platform that people listen to. So they are learning, you know what? Let's just shove money at them. And then that's how they control you. But see, you can't control me because I don't care about your money. I'm smarter. I'm thinking ahead. I'm like, let's build our own subscription-based podcast where I don't have to worry about y'all. So let's shout out to these people who have subscribed. The link is in the description, or if you listen to this podcast on your phone, the link to the Buzzsprout subscription is in the show notes. So first, let's shout out Tracy Smith Don. Shout out to Tracy Smith Don. She gave a $3 donation subscription. Greatly appreciated. I'm glad you understand the mission of what we're doing here. I am the only podcaster with 500,000 followers that gives my people a voice. And I've been doing that since I started, when I was a complete nobody. And I'm still doing it now because it's what I love to do. It's nobody telling me. I'm not trying to manipulate. I'm not doing none of that. I am a voice of the people, and I'm going to continue, just like we have in that panel tonight. You ain't going to see no other podcasters or YouTubers donate or give their platform to their closest listeners like I do. So shout out to you, Tracy Smithen. Also, Samantha Noel. Thank you for the $3 donation. It means the world. It is a great appreciation from me and my crew. If you come check us out live at 7:30 a.m., you can come to the YouTube channel and get in the chat with the Breakfast Crew. It's a great group of people. Like I always say, I'm blessed to have the best supporters. My supporters and fans are so great. Other people are jealous of mine. But see, the difference is I've been me from the start. So I don't have to do nothing besides be me now. I've never changed up. They banned my TikTok over almost 400,000 followers. I told TikTok to kick rocks. I'm that real. And so finally, let me give the subscriber of the day. I even like her name. And the subscriber of the day is Katie from the UK. Shout out to Katie from the UK. Everybody say what's up and thank UK Katie in the chat, you guys. She did a $4 donation. It only asked for $3. And anytime anybody in this economy will not only donate and subscribe to a podcast like this, but not only did she do that, she didn't give the minimum of $3. She even gave an extra $1 and gave me $4. I appreciate that, Katie from the UK. And I look forward to giving you the exclusive content. And to everybody out there, my day ones, subscribe now. You know me, I'm straightforward. I ain't a salesman. I'll just tell my supporters exactly what's going on, and we rock. And so I've been straight up. The trial comes May 5th. I've worked hard to get these connections to have all access in the Diddy trial, access inside the courtroom, all of that. So once that comes, them subscriptions going up. But everybody, all my day ones, all the people subscribing now, all the people who've been rocking with me since last October when we started. Even if you have to just get the $3 subscription, that will lock you into all the exclusive Diddy content when the trial starts. But right before that trial starts, I'm telling y'all now, because I like to be honest with my supporters, so y'all know my day ones mean the world to me. Get it now, because them Johnny come latelys and the people that's just gonna jump aboard this podcast, because I got the newest and latest and most exclusive Diddy trial info. Their subscription is going to be a little bit more pricey than y'all. So shout out to y'all for subscribing and keeping the truth rolling. Again, Tracy, Katie, Samantha, love y'all. Clap it up. Clap it up. Clap it up. Because y'all get it, and I appreciate it. And I always don't forget, it ain't about the money over here. We shout out the people who ain't donating. As long as you listening and supporting, you are just as important. And don't ever think less. We all make up this situation. The subscribers, the people who aren't able to subscribe, everybody who listens plays a part. So I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. But I'm thinking, should I go to the Epstein list, or do we want to talk about Luigi? I might save Luigi. Man, I'm running out of time. All right, so Luigi Y'all, I'm telling you, I might have to make this podcast. I might got to get like Tucker Carlson and them and make a 2-hour podcast. I don't know. Y'all let me know if y'all think this podcast app on Spotify need to be 2 hours, because I swear this hour goes by so fast. But let's get to the Epstein thing before I get out of here. And maybe y'all might have to tune in to my YouTube later to get the Luigi. I don't know. Let's see. But here's what we got going on. The U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi says the Jeffrey Epstein files will be released tomorrow. This was yesterday, so that means today. A lot of the flight logs, names, and information. Check this out.
People are wondering, because you said last week that you have the Epstein files on your them, and what's taking so long to release them?
Oh man, hold up, y'all. Technical difficulties. My fingers too fat.
And what's taking so long to release them?
I do, Jesse. There are well over this. This will make you sick. 200.
200 what?
So we have well over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. But other than that, I think tomorrow, the personal information of victims. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released by my office.
What kind? Are we going to see who was on the flights? Are we going to see any evidence from what he recorded? Because he had all of his homes wired with recording devices.
Yeah, what you're going to see, hopefully tomorrow, is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information. But it's pretty sick what that man did.
Okay, well,
along with his co-defendant.
Absolutely, and he had help.
And she said that there was 250 victims that they have named, or I don't know if of course they're not going to name the victims. They're going to keep those quiet, but it says 250 of them, and information is supposed to come out today. Luigi Mangione, we're going to go over that. I guess I'm going to have to do the Luigi in the morning, but I mean tomorrow, but let me give you a quick skinny on Luigi and what's going on. The latest is the defense is saying that everything was done wrong and handled improperly. At the when Luigi was picked up at the McDonald's, he said he was held without saying that he was free to go when he was actually free to go, but they didn't tell him. They held him at the McDonald's illegally. He wasn't read his rights. All kind of And so the motion also claims that officers, they never even read him his Miranda rights, which, if true, is a direct violation of the Constitution of the United States. So we got to keep an eye on that on Luigi. I'm gonna talk some more about it, but look that up, y'all. The defense is going off. I'm gonna talk about it some more on my YouTube show, but Apple and Spotify, I greatly appreciate everybody listening. This is another one. I will be back tomorrow for, what is it, Friday tomorrow? Oh, I can't wait. I'm As always, I love y'all. I'm out, and tune in tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern on my YouTube channel, Flow Daddy Flow. It also will be on Facebook. We're going to have our first panel. I'm out. Woo! What's Breakfast Crew? What is up? What it do? I am not a professional. I'm just good. Y'all, these other platforms, they can't do nothing with me. They can't do nothing with your boy. Wow. Oh my God. I gotta check that out. Mini Me. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Mini Me, where did you send me the article? Send me that article. You talking about John Paul Miller, right? You talking about John Paul Miller, right? Mini Me. That is crazy. That is crazy, y'all. Yeah, send it to me. You know, I got John Paul. And actually, what up, G Money? I see G Money in the building. Y'all know what we about to do now. We got to get our Apple and Spotify family together. Give me 1 second. And I might have to get yeah, I seen that too. We definitely gonna talk about the little baby situation at lunch. Give me 1 second, guys. Y'all know the routine. I'm gonna give y'all a little music for a second, and I gotta get Spotify loaded. We're gonna get back into some mess. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go over the Luigi article with y'all and talk about Luigi for a second. So give me 1 second. I'm back. The lunchtime show is at noon, but the panel is at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all, the panel will be today at 6 p.m. Obi-Wan Kenobi, somebody missing in the group me. Hey, somebody, I got you, Sybil. You know, one thing about me, I make sure I don't burn myself out. I definitely watch on that, and I appreciate y'all watching that as well. But yeah, I make sure I take my weekends off, and I keep it to a minimum. But I mean, if I extended the podcast to 2 hours, I'll do 2 hours anyway. So I wouldn't really be adding nothing. I'll just keep the podcast going for 2 hours instead of cutting it off at an hour, because I stay on for another hour anyway. But anyway, hey y'all, so some of y'all are not in the group me. I was waiting for everybody to get in the group me link that Shanna sent out. So on the group me, which is going to group us all together for the panel, I only have who's in the group me. And the group thing is how we gonna talk and communicate and put everything together. I don't know. Hey, Shauna. Oh, you got it, Kobe. Okay, so who's all not in the group me that's supposed to be? Because what I want to do is after the lunch show, I'll have Greg, we'll walk everybody through what's going on for the panel tonight. But I want to see who's all in the group meeting. So as far as on my thing, all we have is Shauna, Nadrima, Lauren Cox, Shanna, and me. So those are the only people so far that are lined up for the panel. You have to get in the group me thing that Shanna put together. So I don't know. Somebody need to reach out to Shanna, or maybe lunchtime we could do it then. Maybe lunchtime everybody could do it. But the communication as far as what's going on is going to be all in group me. So you have to get your group me so we can all communicate. Yeah, you need to get in the group me. So Ayana, hey, I'll let Shauna, because Shauna's around. Hey, Shauna, can you help? Because Shauna kind of communicates directly to Shanna. So Shauna, if you can help, and Mini Me, if y'all can help Ayana and anybody else that wants to get in the group, please, Shauna, connect them with Shanna, and let's get everybody in group me. This specific episode is going to deal with the blackout and what companies that we aren't supporting, companies we are supporting. But this group will continue when y'all are available in the evening, 6 p.m. We're gonna have breakfast for dinner. So this is just gonna be the first one, but it's something that I want to continue to do. So definitely, please get in the group me. Shauna, if you can help. Shauna, this is Shauna right here. If you can hit up Shauna can get the link from Shanna or send a link to whoever needs the link so they can get in the group me. Thank you, y'all. I need y'all to handle that for me. And so get everybody together, Meanie Me, Shauna, and Kobe Wan Shinobi. All right, so Kobe Wan Shinobi is just entered into the flow group. Now we missing like 4 or 5 people. So far, we got, hold on, man. Let me get out of that. Who we got? Shanna, me, Greg. Well, Greg still got to get in, but I know he'll do it at lunch. And we got Felix, aka Kobe. So everybody else, please get in contact with Shauna. She can direct you to Shanna so everybody can get that link. I want to make sure everybody is in at least by lunchtime, like before the lunchtime. Like maybe I'm gonna check with Greg's schedule, but maybe an hour after the show or maybe right after the show might be easier. We want to get everybody on the same page, and then we will communicate through group me to let everybody know how it goes and what we're gonna do. But like I said, everybody who wants to talk can talk. Some can just be in the chat. So I know Amy, I don't know, is Amy in here today? I know Amy was saying she's gonna be the biggest cheerleader, and I was like, that's important because we need people in the chat as well. Oh, that's probably because of the Wi-Fi. Is it still acting up? Okay, yeah, Amy. So Amy, we definitely need people in the chat. Yeah, exactly. We definitely need people in the chat. So if you want to make sure you're in the chat, then you can be in the group. You're gonna be one of the chat people. That everybody plays an important role. We need people in the chat, and we need people actually talking. We're gonna have all cameras off, so it's just gonna be audio, kind of like how Greg do it. Because I don't want nobody worried about if they're in the car driving or if they hair together or all of that. We're just gonna keep it straight audio. So we're gonna have those that want to talk, and those that just want to be in the chat. We welcome you in the chat. We need people on both sides. Everybody can't be in the panel anyway. We need to make sure we got some people in the chat, making sure people liking and sharing and answering questions or whatever. So we're gonna get it together. But is it because if the Wi-Fi is not acting up, I want to go into this Luigi case real quick. But if it's still acting up, I'm gonna wait for the Wi-Fi to catch up. So yeah, Shauna and Mini Me, if y'all can kind of coordinate everybody who's interested, get their information to Shanna or just get them the link to the group me, because the group me is how everybody's going to communicate. So once you get into the group me, you're going to know exactly what's going on. Appreciate you for being in the chat, G Money. We need so far we got G Money and Amy in the chat. See, that's why we doing all audio, because we want the panel to just be audio. Because I don't even want it to be. I don't want nobody to have to be on video. Because like see how Peter says dreads ain't done. So we don't want to worry about that. We want to just have straight audio, just like how Greg do it, and everybody's welcome to talk. I'm excited because I want to hear what y'all got to say. I want y'all to talk about some of these stories that we're not able to talk about or we're not able to get to on my shows. So this Flows House show is going to be an opportunity for us to talk about all the other stuff that we miss out on, and some of the stuff y'all specifically want to talk about. Okay, here, what you saying? There's a story I'm catching. Kendrick Johnson and GA team found rolled up in the mat. It's saying the person who did it is the son of former FBI agent. Is that the story from way back in the day when he was, not way back in the day, but this is an old story, right? I'm familiar with that story. I'll look into it, but I remember that if it's the same one from a while ago, where the guy was found, the man was found rolled up in a mat. Definitely got to look into that. Is the Wi-Fi working? Am I going in and out? Everything good? I think everything good. Everything good. I'm about to get into this LUIGI Mangione. Okay, good. So check this out, y'all. I wasn't able to get to this on the podcast in depth, but I thought this was an interesting article. This is by a National News Desk, and it's entitled "Defense Disputes Evidence in Luigi Mangione's Arrest, Claims Police Violated His Rights." This is brought to you by Ryan Graffius. Don't let me forget to upload Apple and Spotify, y'all, because sometimes I get to rolling. Don't let 10 o'clock or no, 9:55 or 8:55. I'm sorry, because y'all an hour behind me. 8:55, check on me to make sure I upload the Apple stuff, please, because I'll forget. I get into these stories and forget what I'm doing. So it goes on to say Blair County Defense Attorney Thomas Dickey, who is representing CEO suspected, alleged Luigi, has filed a motion to suppress the evidence against the 26-year-old, claiming the Altoona police violated his rights and they illegally detained him. Police say Mangione was taken into custody on the morning of December 9th at an Altoona area McDonald's after a witness reported seeing a customer who allegedly matched the description of the New York shooting suspect. In a 23-page court filing, Dickey alleges that the Altoona police cornered Luigi inside the restaurant and would not allow him to leave under his own merit, which is against the law. According to the documents, police never told Luigi that he was free to go, and that the officers reportedly provided no explanation for the encounter other than stating that he had looked suspicious. Dickey further alleges that officers continued to illegally question Mangione inside the restaurant, at which time they reportedly conducted an illegal pat down. They patted him down illegally. The motion also claims that the officers never read him his Miranda rights, which goes against our Constitution. According to the court filing, Mangione's defense also claims that while conducting a background check with the identification that he allegedly provided to officers, several more officers arrived at the restaurant, further preventing Luigi from being able to leave on his own. At this time, he alleges that the police then illegally seized Luigi's backpack and other belongings. Police say the search reportedly led to discovering multiple fake IDs and a loaded 3D printed weapon, which allegedly matched the gun used in the shooting. Dickey also claims that it took officers over 15 minutes to officially tell Luigi what he was under police investigation for. Motion also alleges that police didn't read the Miranda rights like I told you. Dickey claims that Luigi was then asked if he wished to speak with police, at which time he said no. However, police still continued to question Luigi and eventually placed him in handcuffs and transported him to the police station. Y'all, that's crazy. But they do that every day. Every day, somebody's rights are being violated by these corrupt cops. I strongly believe that. But this Luigi stuff is put on blast now. Exactly. I'm with you, Amy. We want to see the footage. Why haven't they showed us the footage? Any other time they showed us the footage of whoever that was that popped the CEO in the back. They showed us that footage a million times. We can't see the McDonald's footage. On top of that, I love that you brought that up, Mini Me, because I hated that when that happened. I said, the girl that called the police on Luigi ain't even get the money. Why didn't she get the money? Is what I'm asking. I don't care about the reason they said. What is the real reason she didn't get the money? Yep, I was the first one to bring up the left-handed situation. That's part of the reason why they banned me on TikTok. I was the one went viral. I was the first one to say the shooter in the video was left-handed. Just another thing that just didn't add up right to me. I got about 2-3 million views on that video. David in the building. Welcome, David Alvarez. Good to see you on the breakfast crew. Hope your week is going well, my friend. There you go. Hey, look, Kobe know the game. They got to make sure that they gotta edit and doctor that footage and make sure it's all right before they put it out, if they ever put it out. Crazy. But I'm telling you, I don't know if we've ever had two huge cases like this basically running simultaneously that have so many implications going forward. And I'm talking about the Sean Combs Diddy trial and this Luigi trial. These two cases are extremely important because they are both going to set huge precedents. The Diddy case is going to show us, are they really trying to clean up this industry, or is it all smoke and mirrors? The Luigi trial is going to show us how far they're willing to go to protect this raggedy, scamming healthcare situation we got going on. Something else I wasn't able to get to in the podcast was a woman said they were charging her over $5,000 for MRI. But then when she looked up how much it would cost for her to pay out of pocket, it was only $700. And since the insurance was giving her the runaround, she said she wanted to pay for it out of pocket. Y'all, how about the insurance? The hospital said, no, you can't pay out of pocket. We got to wait for your insurance. This story is going viral. I had the clip of the woman saying that. I didn't get to talk about it on this podcast. I might revisit it tomorrow in the podcast. But that is how much they scam. Thank you. Let's see if they're ready. Oh, perfect. I'm about to give y'all the music, and it is ready. So hold on, let me go do it. It's ready. About to upload Apple and Spotify. Thank you for reminding me, because as you can see, I totally have forgot. And we're done. They are all late. We got Apple and Spotify together, y'all. Appreciate the reminder. They are up and loaded. See, look at this. Check this out. And I'll please share all this. And this is why I have the panel. Because 6 p.m., this is the type of stuff I want everybody to tell their story who wants to share their story. But check this out. I had a medication that was over $500 a month with my insurance, but was only $90 without insurance. And again, they will not let you use your insurance if you have it. It's BS for sure. See, it's a game. And see, Luigi has exposed their game, and they're shaking in their boots. And I led the charge because they tried to bury the story, but I brought it back alive with millions and millions of views. And then they banned me, but I don't care because the story is continuing to go on. My whole purpose is keeping the story alive. It's stories like this that went untold. And matter of fact, welcome Melody to the breakfast crew too. I don't know if you've been in here before. I just like when I see a fresh face. Like to give you a shout out for joining us. If you've been here before, I'm sorry, I didn't know. But appreciate you, Melody, for coming in and especially for sharing that. Because it's important that a lot of people don't even know that this is going on. Hell, I didn't know that it was this bad. I didn't know they won't even let you pay out of pocket once they know you got insurance. They want that inflated, crazy charge. Can we go back to real pricing for our healthcare, y'all? They just stealing money. Exactly. The hospital is a scam, and hospitals and healthcare is too important to be a scamming industry. Why are we letting healthcare is the most important thing? It's a lot of times the difference between life and death, and we allowing them to just scam us? Exactly. They shouldn't be for profit anyway. Healthcare should be just taken care of. I couldn't believe it. I wish y'all could hear this. For some reason, when I try to do it on the when I try to play this for y'all, but I want y'all to hear what this lady say. Tell me if y'all can hear this. If you can't hear it, then I won't play it. But I wish y'all could hear this. And a matter of fact, I might have to plug up.
Health insurance is a scam, but today it is absolute scam, and I swear it's fraud.
Hey y'all, I'm about to I want y'all to hear this, so I'm about to plug the mic back up. Y'all gotta hear this. Yeah, I'm about to load the mic back up. You know it's serious when I load the mic back up because I want y'all to hear this. Check this out. I'm about to get this loaded up, y'all, and tell me if y'all can hear me. Hello. Hello. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in there. Okay. You can hear it? Okay, good. I'm about to let it play. Okay, let me start it over.
Health insurance is a scam, but today it is absolutely a scam, and I swear it's fraud. I need an MRI on my back because I hurt my back. My clinic sent it over to a hospital. They ran it through my insurance. They called me and said, hey, your portion of it that you're going to have to pay after insurance is $5,100 for this MRI. So I'm like, wow, okay. I was like, before we do that, like, just wait, because I'm like, $5,100 just seems wild. I called another place who was also waiting for my insurance to go through to see how much it was going to be. My insurance was still on hold with them, but I asked them, hey, if I just cash pay this, how much is it going to cost for this MRI? And they're like, well, if you just want to cash pay it, not run anything through insurance, it's $700. And so I'm like, sounds a lot better than $5,100. So I called the original hospital back and said, hey, if I don't run this through insurance, what is the cost if I just decide to self-pay it, since I know the other place is $700? The lady's like, I'll rerun it under you being self-pay, and I'll call you back with your total. So a few minutes go by, the lady calls me back, and she goes, hey, I talked to my supervisor. Since you have insurance, we are not going to let you self-pay it, so we won't give you that number. How is that not a scam? Isn't it my choice if I want to self-pay something versus running it through my insurance? I should get to decide that, not you, but they're like, nope, since you have insurance and you've already done it that way, we are not going to allow you to self-pay it. And I think that's because they probably were going to give me a self-pay price, kind of like the other place, maybe a $700, maybe up to $1,300, still way less than $5,100 that it was going to make me pay. And I just think, like, what somebody wouldn't, like, what if I wouldn't have called around? I would have been stuck with this $5,100 bill. Insurance is such a ripoff. I don't know how in the world this hospital is telling me that I now can't self-pay it. What does it matter? I'm going to go to the other place, but I don't know how this hospital is allowed to now tell me, hey, yeah, you can't self-pay something if you have already had us run it through your insurance. I haven't even had it yet. So
Crazy. Crazy. Like, come on, man. Is that not a scam? Hey, and Michelle, I don't know if Michelle, I don't think you are you in the group me? Extra zeros. Michelle, are you in the group me? Everybody, mini me, Shauna, Lauren, can y'all help? I don't know if Michelle is in the group me. Can y'all get her the link or link her with Shanna or something? I'm gonna look at group me again and see who is in here. Let's see. Okay, so far we have Shanna, Shauna, Nadrima, Lauren, Kobe, Wanshinobi, aka Felix, and and Greg. Yep. So hey, we need Michelle. We need G Moni. Let me see who else from this list. Felicia, we need to get her in group me. Like I said, even if you just want to be in the chat for our panel discussions at in the evening for breakfast, for dinner, that's fine. We need people in the chat too. So you don't have to be talking, you don't have to get on, you don't have to talk out loud. You can just be in the chat. But I'm missing Felicia, I'm missing G Money, and I'm missing Michelle. And I think I'm missing Mini Me from the group me. So definitely get the group me together, because that is how we're gonna communicate and let everybody know what the heck we doing. Okay, yeah. Anybody that wants to talk can talk. That's the thing. Anybody that wants to talk can talk, and anybody that just wants to be in the chat could be in the chat. It's all about what you're comfortable with. So Michelle says she talking. I know Shan gonna talk. I know Nadreema gonna talk. Those my fellow content creators. So from TikTok. So I know they talking. And anybody else who wants to talk is free to talk. And like I said, anybody want to be in the chat, you could be in the chat. It's all good. Let's see what Melody been bringing the heat today. Let's see what Melody talking about. If you go into the pharmacy and ask the price of a new medication and give them your insurance info, they by law cannot tell you the cash price. Wow. Y'all, while they focusing on all this other stuff, they need to be redoing this healthcare, man. At this point, we need to change the whole healthcare structure. Burn it. Hey, look, tear it down to the studs. Tear this healthcare system down to the studs. And let's rebuild this thing. Okay, so Kobe makes Felicia my little sister name. Okay. That's what's up. Wow. So look, she says, say the med is $5, but your copay is $10. Then they cannot tell you that you're overpaying and there's nothing they can say or do about it. Wow. So you see why you see why TikTok banned me? Because I was going hard on the healthcare and Luigi and the whole situation, but I ain't care. But I didn't say anything wrong. I didn't give any misinformation, none of that. But they don't want us talking about this, but we're gonna talk about it, y'all. And we're gonna talk about all kind of stuff tonight, as far as the DEI tonight. Diversity, equity, inclusion. We talking about it tonight. In Flo's house. So definitely make sure you're there. 6 p.m. on my YouTube channel, Flo Daddy Flo. We got the panel. Y'all said y'all saw it. Michelle said she talking. So y'all gonna hear from Michelle. And as a matter of fact, Michelle, I'm gonna definitely put in the notes for what I want y'all to talk about. I mean, y'all free to talk about wherever the conversation goes is fine. But as far as subjects that I want y'all to put in there, for sure, one, of course, we're gonna be talking about DEI and talking about the blackout. But on a lighter note, I want Michelle to tell everybody about the New Edition concert. I know everybody want to hear about it. So hopefully tonight we get to hear firsthand how the Las Vegas New Edition concert was. We want to know what was the best songs they did. What was the first song? What song did they end on? I heard it was Bobby Brown versus Johnny Gill. I heard they was competing. I heard a lot of little sidebar comments about the concert. So we want to know all that, Michelle. So we always going to talk about what's really going on in the world, but we also going to talk about what's going on in our world. See, she said New Edition was fire. Tune in tonight. So you can hear what went on with the New Edition concert that Michelle went to. But like I said, the main thing tonight is going to be about the blackout and us supporting the companies that are standing 10 toes with DEI, and we standing 0 toes with the companies that ain't rocking with diversity. Cause y'all know me, I'm you can look at my any of my social media accounts, you can look at YouTube, anywhere I go, it's gonna be a diverse group because I speak to everybody. I definitely represent where I came from and my people, but I speak to everybody and I want to give everybody a voice. And that's the beauty of my movement. So I'm for sure standing up and standing strong with companies that are supporting diversity. I mean, that's what I'm about. So I'm looking forward to it. The gang is looking forward to it. Shanna, Greg, Nadrima, Mini-Me, Lauren, Amy, G Moni gonna be in the chat. Amy gonna be in the chat. It's gonna be a good time. I think y'all are gonna enjoy it a lot. And like I said, it gives us a place where y'all get to talk. And some of the cases or stories that we might not be able to cover in the morning and lunch show, we're gonna cover it and let y'all talk about it in the platform at Flo's house. A little breakfast for dinner. I remember back in the day, we used to love, and the reason why I call it breakfast for dinner, not only because it's a spinoff from our breakfast show, but I used to love those few occasions when Mama would say, we're gonna have breakfast for dinner. It was like something about having every now and then, not every day, but something about having pancakes, eggs, and bacon for dinner. It always was like a cool thing. So I definitely wanted to bring it here and have a little breakfast for dinner. But then when I got older, my parents, and not just my parents, but people would tell me breakfast with dinner came from when you was broke. And the cheapest thing you could put together that could fill up everybody's stomach was breakfast food. Pancakes, bacon, and eggs. Well, not these days. Eggs cost $100. But in back in those days, pancake, eggs, and bacon was cheap. And so we loved it as kids. We'd be like, oh, we having breakfast for dinner. And we didn't get older and realize like breakfast for dinner was like when groceries were short and we need to get through. So shout out to breakfast for dinner and shout out to learning for what it really meant and why we was having breakfast for dinner. I didn't know it was because grocery money was short and we was waiting on payday. I loved it. So I'll never complain. So we bring a breakfast for dinner with the crew today. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to talk about the DEI. We're going to talk about the blackout and whatever else y'all want to talk about. Y'all might hear some TD Jakes. See, it's going to be Shanna and a lot of talk. Mini-Me going to be talking. So you might get some TD Jakes breakdowns. Y'all might get some some more Tupac info. I don't know what's gonna be talked, because the thing is, it's gonna be wherever the conversation goes is where it's gonna go. Like I said, I'm not trying to control. I'm gonna send out subjects to talk about, but wherever the conversation goes is where it goes. And that's what I love about it. Oh, it was still top tier. Yep, for sure. Ain't nothing. Some fried catfish, grits, and eggs. There you go. Oh man, y'all making me hungry. I think I'm gonna have to have. Oh, Mini Me gave me lunch. Bought me lunch yesterday. Thank you for the $50 super chat, lunch chat yesterday, Mini Me. That grilled fish. I don't even know what kind of fish it was. That's how good it was. It was just some type of grilled. They called it fire grilled fish. And then they had like rice with like corn in it a little bit, like a little bit of corn, but it was mostly like rice and vegetables. And like some garlic mashed potato. Oh my God. I might have to get that again. That was good. That might have been the best lunch I had in a while. Like that fire grilled fish. Thank you so much, Meaning Me, because that thing was hitting. But Michelle got me wanting some catfish and grits. When I was a kid, when you got catfish, that was like a treat. Now I don't know why, but it was like you were allowed to have whiting and perch. That was what the kids were allowed to eat. But when you either did something special or you just you became older, you would start to be fed the catfish. Man, our family had so many, I ain't gonna say rules, because my family was cool, but it was definitely a pecking order to stuff. If you was a little bitty kid, you was eating whiting and perch. The adults was eating catfish. You know, they had perch and whiting too, but they was eating catfish. They was eating black bass, white bass. What else? Snapper. We couldn't eat none of that. So I don't know if it was because it mostly came with bones or because it was more expensive, but that was just the rules. So when you got grown, all we eat now is catfish, snapper, all the stuff that we couldn't eat when we was kids. We was whiting out. Now I know whiting was cheap. I don't know if whiting is still cheap, but it was cheap back in the day. So I understood why we was eating whiting. But yeah, catfish was for the grown folks. Y'all had big fish fries? Amy said she had big fish fries. Under the big oak tree. Ain't nothing like a fish fry, is it, y'all? Oh, don't say, Michelle, stop it. Michelle, I'm gonna have to mute Michelle's comments making me too hungry. That is my favorite. If I had a Mount Rushmore of dishes, two of the items would be one item would be pizza, because I love pizza ever since I was a kid. I don't care what you say, I love pizza. That just pizza is pizza. Salmon croquettes, Thanksgiving macaroni and cheese, and I don't know what the fourth one would be. But right now I know pizza, salmon croquettes, Thanksgiving macaroni and cheese, and I got to think about what my fourth dish on my Mount Rushmore of my favorite things to eat. Y'all making me so hungry. I'm definitely getting fish for lunch. Yeah, we used to call them salmon patties. Yep. Now, let me tell y'all this. We had different people. We had different sections in our family. We had some of our family, they used to put syrup on their salmon patties. I ain't like that. But there were like little, you know how you got your uncles, your aunt, different little families that all make up one big family. So some part of our family, they put syrup on their salmon patties. Us and my family in my house, we put hot sauce on ours. So give me some salmon patties, some rice, and some hot sauce, and throw a little veggie in there because you always got to throw a veggie in there. Oh, I'm good to go. Oh yeah, I saw this earlier. I'm glad you put it up again, because I did want to make this announcement. According to Mini Me, this is breaking news. Legendary two-time Academy Award-winning actor Gene Hackman, his wife, pianist Betsy Arakawa, and their dog are found dead in their Santa Fe, New Mexico home, police say. What in the entire freak is going on? If Mini Me wasn't the one telling me that, I would think that was fake news. Is that true? Let me read that again. Legendary two-time Academy. Hold on, I gotta go back up. Legendary two-time Academy Award-winning actor Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy, and their dog are found dead in their Santa Fe, New Mexico home. Ain't life precious, y'all? Wow, what the heck? Gene Hackman? The Gene Hackman that I'm thinking of? And Mini Me says, it's confirmed, y'all. Are we talking about the Gene Hackman that I'm thinking of, the actor? From numerous movies. Wow. Now, I used to like his movies. Wow, y'all. Oh man. Yeah, that carbon monoxide is no joke. I want to hear the details of that. I'm gonna definitely look into that and see what the heck is going on. Wow. Yes, Hoosiers. You remember that, man. I don't know. Did you used to hoop? I was a hooper back in the day. Felix, was you a hooper? You know, if you was a hooper, they love that. Love those movies. But Greg was a hooper too back in the day. So I don't know if we got any other hoopers out there, but I was definitely dunking on people back in the day. Last time I dunked the ball was like 2 years ago. I wonder if I can still dunk. That's been like my measurement of if I'm still in good shape, is me being able to still be able to dunk. And I dunked like 2 years ago. I haven't tried since. So I'm anxious to see if I can still dunk. Okay, Michelle, you send me an email. If you, I don't know if it's something that you could only send in an email, Michelle, but if you I will check the email, but just in the future, I probably would get it faster if you DM'd it on my Instagram or my Facebook, only because I check that more. But I'll check my email, my personal email. But I'll let you know when I get it. But just so everybody know, I will probably get a message quicker if you inbox me on Instagram or inbox me on Facebook, because I'm posting and doing stuff on there all the time, and so it pops up. My email, sometimes I go days without checking my email, which is not a good thing, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, you was 20 and your knee went bad? Wow. Wow. Yeah, that it happens. My husband, 37. Hold on. What? Somebody tore their meniscus? Oh, we got some athletes in here. You said what? Hold on. Let me go back to that. I saw somebody say something about their husband can dunk or something. Let's see. Oh, okay. Lauren said, yeah. So yeah, your husband feels me. Yeah, that's how we keep up with knowing how much we fell off as we get older. And I was so happy that I was still able to dunk. I couldn't believe it. But guess what? I dunked, I hung on the rim, and I don't know what the heck happened to my wrist, but my wrist was hurting for like 6 months or longer after that. I like dunked, I hung on the rim, but I had my whole weight on my wrist, I guess, and it felt like it dislocated, but it didn't. I don't know what happened, but I was just so happy that I was still able to dunk. I was like, shoot, I ain't tripping about my wrist. That wrist been too much. It been too much whipping. Yep, I could relate. Oh man, ain't no feeling of still being able to get up there and touch that rim or dunk. Like I said, I'm still dunking. I gotta confirm as soon as I get next to a 10-foot hoop, I'm gonna try again. I'll let y'all know. I might even record it. I don't know. It's been 2 years, and that last time I dunked, I was like I was barely up there. So I don't know. I might not. My dunking days might be over, but I'll let y'all know. But I'm looking forward to the I'm looking forward to the panel tonight, y'all. So please, I need y'all mini me. Okay, cool. You just DM me my email on Instagram. Okay. Let me go check it. You DM me on Instagram, Michelle. Let me go to it real quick and make sure I got it. And my phone dying. Okay, Michelle. So you email, okay, your email so you can get the stuff. All right, thanks, Michelle. Thank you. I got it now. So Michelle, I'm gonna make sure you get the link. And anybody else, I send the flow the email, IG. Yeah, okay. And mini me, if you email me, anybody send me the email. And also, Shauna, you got some type of direct. I don't know how you and Shanna been talking. I think DMing or whatever, but you can help also. Okay, now Dreamer. So yeah, now Dreamer, we looking forward to tonight. And it don't matter that you're gonna be in traffic because we gonna have a panel all audio anyway. So ain't nobody got to worry about, Kobe One Shinobi said his dreads ain't looking right. You gonna be driving. And so we just gonna keep it audio anyway, because I want it where people just talking. Because when you just talking, you don't got to worry about how you looking, how your hair is. If you're driving, if you're working, you'll be able to be on there. So I just want to make it audio. Like I said, kind of like Clubhouse, but it's Flo's house. Got it? So yeah, everybody who's going to be a part of it should be signed up by the end of our lunch show. So I need y'all to help me because y'all know who needs what. So y'all can help out, like Mini Me, Shanna, communicate with our fellow breakfast and lunch crew people who want to be down and get their emails to me or Shanna. And so we could get everybody linked into our group me and we could get it popping. Looking forward to everybody. Anybody on Facebook, I appreciate you for joining us. We will be back at noon Eastern Standard Time today. And for our first Flo's House Breakfast for Dinner panel, the Flo Show No Filter panel, tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be talking about the DEI stuff and the blackout and what companies to rock with and what companies not to rock with. As always, y'all, I'm about to figure out. Yeah, sign me up, please. Can you help everybody in the chat? Melody wants to be involved, and Melody has a lot of good info too. So Melody, let's see. I don't know if Melody, do you follow me on Instagram? How can I get in contact? Melody, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, Melody, send me a direct message or message somebody in the chat, Shauna, somebody, and we'll get you the link, Melody. For the group me. The group me is where we all communicating about for the show. And so you won't lose the information, but we'll be there at 6 p.m. But like I said, we'll be back at lunch. I don't know what's for lunch, Flo. That's what I'm saying. What's for lunch? Y'all tell me. I got my information at the ticker. Y'all know it's two ways my lunch go. If I'm lucky enough and blessed enough to get a super lunch chat from y'all, from either my Apple Pay or Cash App, I'm gonna get something nice and good and healthy. But if I'm not blessed enough to get a super chat today, I'm gonna get a fillet of fish from McDonald's. I don't have time because in between these shows, I have to like get prepped for the lunch show and upload stuff. I got a lot of stuff to do before the lunch show, so I don't have time. I have to get whatever it is has to be delivered. So if I'm lucky enough to get a super chat, it'll be something healthy and good. But if not, I'm good with another fillet of fish. I ain't had one in about a week and a half. It's been about a week, a little bit over a week. Guilty pleasure. Yep, group me. Yep. Oh, Michelle said she got me. I didn't know that. Okay, thanks, Michelle. What is it? Is it Cash App or Apple Pay? Well, let me know so I know where to look at. I appreciate that. I know. That's why I said I had to get him out today. I had to get him out the way today. So Michelle got me today, so it's over with for McDonald's. Michelle got me today, and tomorrow starts the blackout. So I'm done with McDonald's. See how easy that is? All right, Michelle, Cash App. Yeah, I'm done with it. It would have been the day if I would have got me a nice little last taste of my fillet of fish, but luckily Michelle got me, and so I'm gonna get something else. But yeah, McDonald's on the list, and so no more McDonald's. It's that simple. Oh yeah, see, this is the type of stuff I haven't been able to dig into it, but this is the type of stuff I would like for y'all to talk about on the panel tonight. Because I ain't really talked nothing about the Menendez stuff and the tie to Clive Davis, although I've saw it. I haven't did a deep dive in it, but I'm looking forward to y'all talking about it tonight. I want to hear what y'all got to say about the Menendez and the Clive Davis connection. It's time for y'all to have the public mad at y'all for y'all opinions. Hey, Michelle, they're gonna be mad. Some people gonna be mad at some of y'all opinions. I'm warning y'all. Some people don't like opinions different than theirs. So yeah, y'all. Please, let's make sure everybody who wants to be involved in our very first panel discussion tonight at Flo's house, 6 p.m. on my YouTube channel. Please reach out to anybody in this chat. They will connect you to and keep you connected and make sure you don't lose out. I got to get to work. Michelle done gave me some good food money today. I'm about to get me something healthy again. Other than that, y'all know the drill. See y'all at lunch. Let's get some of those. Let's make sure we like and share this live when we get out. And once this live closes, please come back to the live and fill up those comments in the comment section after the live closes. So come on, let's get the we outs. I'm gonna hit the music for us a little bit on our way out. Thank you, Michelle. I'm out. Thanks, Michelle. Have a great day, y'all.